Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and in front of a packed house, we present to you, in conjunction with Time to Train, Asperger's training program, Oz Pro Wrestling's Reaching the Brass Ring. I am Lord Andy Coyne.
And I am Ryan Betson. Tonight, in our main event, thanks to our friends at OPW, the OPW Women's Championship will be on the line when, in a first-time one-on-one match, the Dreamtime Voodoo Witch will defend the coveted gold against the Queen of Queensland, Tessa Armstrong.
But that's not all. The tension has been brewing. And tonight we will witness war when the team of Breakfast, the family-friendly Gore and Owen Stedman defend the future of Australian wrestling itself against the self-proclaimed gatekeepers of Australian wrestling when they square up against Tommy Hellfire and his Black Diamonds.
Wait, there's more. JJ Furno has his first match in Victoria since his near career-ending injury. And Blake Malik will be taking on Ryan Rapid and finally getting that grudge match. Anth Carver makes his highly anticipated debut, and so much more.
But let's kick it off with the first ever Rising Star Exhibition Contest. And going down now to our announcer for the first half of the show, Chris Small.
All right, good afternoon one and all, and welcome to Reaching the Brass Ring, presented by Oz Pro Wrestling. We are going to get into it right now with our first match of the evening. It is the inaugural match in our Rising Star division, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the very first contest in our new Rising Star division. And quite simply, I just wanted to book some of the best up-and-comers, the incredible young talent that's out there, and put them together.
From Melbourne, Victoria, weighing in at 90 kilos, Cutthroat Hector Jones!
And if you want yourself an incredible rising star, someone with absolute potential, you need to get yourself Cutthroat Hector Jones.
Oh look, there's some guys, you look at the videos they send in, sometimes you admire their technique, sometimes you admire their athleticism, but with Hector Jones there's just that raw aggression, that anger that is just etched in every angle of his face, and I was just inspired and thought, this is a man who I want to let loose right here in Ringwest.
And his opponent.
I run this division. I run of wrestling. And he is going to be let loose against Bush Kelly, the Wrangler himself. Now, Andy, we saw this fine gentleman at our previous show.
Indeed we did. Kickstart the Heart. Wait a sec.
From somewhere in South Gippsland, weighing in at 116 kilos, the Wrangler,
Don't want to speak to us, Chris.
No, God, the hell no. He'll find me. He knows where I live. No, but with Bush Kelly, I mean, obviously we saw him at our last show where he ended up with an altercation with the family-friendly Gore that, you know, at first saw him get absolutely blasted by Gore, but then towards the end of the show was able to get a comeuppance of revenge. In some ways, you might want to say, Ryan, I booked him in this contest because I'm trying to avoid a lawsuit.
It's a good choice to have made. Keep him where he is. But look, I said if he can make his way through family-friendly Gore, he is going to have himself a major challenge going up against Hector Jones.
For those who don't know me, when I'm in this ring, the crowd generally says Bush, 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 Bush. Shut it!
Well, the Ringwood crowd are ready to party tonight for this first ever Rising Star contest. Now, before the contest gets too involved, I would like to say a massive thank you for Time to Train, Asperger's training program, who have sponsored this event. They have sponsored this match, and thanks to them, we are able to show it for free on YouTube. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Greatly appreciate the support in Australian wrestling here in Ringwood today.
I just greatly appreciate the support towards to Asperger's as an individual on the spectrum myself. To see institutions, programs, companies, organizations like this, it makes me even happier. And it's even happier again when we can combine the two with wrestling. But the bell has rung. It is time to kick into gear.
Absolutely, and you can obviously see that Bush Kelly, despite his sunnier demeanor, has got a bit of a size advantage here over Hector Jones. But as I said, Hector Jones, a lot of aggression and a lot of upside. And there we go, straight away with that aggression with the side headlock. And there he is. It's just no wasted motion, tight as anything, off the ropes. And Bush Kelly.
Incredible ring awareness from Bush Kelly, taking advantage of a force distracted Hector Jones. Love to see it.
Going to say Bush Kelly is controversial in his methodology, but at the same time a very clever competitor. But Hector Jones knocking him back down to the mat with that huge reverse elbow, and he is in control once again, but he seems distracted by the crowd here tonight.
Spinning sidewalk, still spinning.
Look at that. Is it pavement or sidewalk in Australia? Everyone's getting mixed.
I think it goes either way. Like it's the sidewalk for us, but pavement slam doesn't quite.
It doesn't quite ring right, does it? No. It's all right.
The only thing that's wrong is Hector. There he is. Looks like he was out of there for a hot second. But to comment on what you mentioned earlier, like Hector's intensity, his viciousness,
drops him. Hangman right across the top rope. Sorry, Ryan, please continue.
It's exactly what I was talking about. So I've mostly seen Hector as part of the team Overkill with Tom Crow.
Indeed, another very promising and aggressive competitor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely demolishing individuals whenever I've seen them go. With things like this, going for like the literal throat of Bush Kelly.
But look at this, Hector Jones just pacing. Hector's excellent at pacing concepts. It's like he manages to keep that seething anger within him, and then he just picks his moment to sort of clobber his opponent. And there he is now, he's taking his time, he's launched his opponent into the corner, and it's all about controlling it, sort of like keeping it slow and then explosive energy, and then slowing it right back down again and keeping control of the tempo.
Well, as I said, even referring back to last show with Family Friendly or someone who was unable to keep that anger in check, Hector has the ability to take that anger, utilize it, and reshape it, normally in the positions that prevent that.
Hector Jones there was just victim of a big body slam from Bush Kelly, and obviously Bush, as we mentioned, has that size and possible strength advantage as well. And you've got to believe that if you look at the two, not to be discriminatory here, I think with Hector Jones, I think the longer the contest lasts, the more it favours him. So, for Bush Kelly, he probably wants to hit those hard maneuvers as quick as possible. Look at that Snapdragon right on the top of his head. And I just saw someone's mum in the crowd go, "Oh, that was nasty."
I made a similar sound. But Bush Kelly kicking out of that Hector. Like I said, there's that anger, there's that frustration. You see it in the face. It's deep in his eyes.
It's almost like the annoyance that he kicked out is somehow fueling him to just do more pain to Bush Kelly.
As he stomps him through the middle of the ring.
Quality.
Oh, it is. Especially
maybe not in a marriage, but in the ring, certainly.
Yeah, in a contact sport, big fan. At home, less excited.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Bush Kelly now just being draped across the middle rope, and Hector Jones just sneering in the crowd here in Ringwood. And I'm a good guy commentator, so I wasn't going to say that certain line, but Hector Jones pacing his opponent and just trying to drive the wind out of him. I just think he just doesn't like Bush Kelly. Call it a instinct.
Normally, you would assume that we're coming in professional to business. You come to do your job, but no, there is absolutely something personal.
Oh, he's going for another big body slam, but Hector Jones, reverse DDT, beautifully done. The two that
kick out of two from Bush Kelly. What a DDT! That was schmick.
Well, this is it. Bush Kelly went for the body slam for the second time in the contest, and there's always a danger that if you repeat your moves that your opponent might be able to see what's coming and anticipate it. And now he's isolated the wrist, he's controlling the arm, kicking him in the side of the face.
Because you did mention that this is the beginning of the Rising Star exhibition match, a tournament. Is this something you may have in your
I have lots of crazy ideas in my mind, and it depends on the limits of my imagination and the limits of my budget as to how we finally decide that first ever champion. Oh, did I say that word?
Oh.
Maybe I did. Shh, you didn't hear a word.
I didn't hear a thing.
Didn't hear a thing, but in seriousness, let's be honest, we are in a great position here in Australian wrestling at the moment. We've got some phenomenal training schools. We've got the Wrestling Academy.
Absolutely.
We've obviously got the guys down at Mayhem. We've got Carlo Cannon's Vicious Pursuit School. We are spoiled for riches of young, hungry talent. And Bush Kelly is just one of those guys. Country accident!
Jesus!
Oh, that has to be it. 2, 3.
What?
Bush Kelly with a huge emphatic statement for the future of his career.
I am genuinely taken aback. As we're sitting here chatting, Andy, I'm thinking this is Hector's. Hector has it. He has the clear upper hand. But in one moment, turned it around. Incredible
You heard
work.
Bush Kelly there saying, hey, 2 wins in a row. One was a DQ against Gore, one was a pinfall here tonight against Hector Jones. Let's watch it again. Country accident.
There it is.
Done.
1,
Busted outside
get
lane.
2, get 3.
Hey, and Hector Jones should feel no shame. Bush Kelly, despite your first initial impressions, is a very tough and tricky competitor, very intelligent competitor. And something tells me his future might be bright. We will see.
I'm sorry, like if your logo is a dude suplexing a cow, you are a rising star. Like you're the dude.
All right, one and all. Our next match is scheduled for one fall. Wait.
Hey buddy, you can have simply just a few bars rest while the man with more spectacular talent in his pinky than everyone in Ringwood can introduce this spectacular man. My name is Hockey, I am the artiste, and I am here to introduce this absolute legend. Maestro, hit my music. There he is. It's Ankava. There he is. What a man. The dream of many kings. Whose bars ain't worth the text. His body sculpted by God. What a face. Oh, what I love to be. The greatest legend in history. There he is. It's Ankava. Absolute excellence. The man who does what flex all those muscles and 3% body fat. Absolute, there he is. Sculpted by the gods, he is. Demolish anyone, he is. He's
That may be one of the most legitimately best things I've ever seen in wrestling. And normally I just say that about Ant Carver.
He's a beautiful man. He deserved a beautiful entrance. What can I say?
Wow, done.
However, and we'll gush about Mr. Caver in a minute, but
Oh, and I will.
but I really want to obviously spend some time with the guy who's about to come out. But let's just wait for his announcement first, and then I'll wax lyrical about Ricky.
This is Ricky D. Boom.
I'm very proud to have Ricky on this show. Ricky, God bless the man, came down to our first show and he was helping out. And so when I was looking for an opponent for Ant Caver tonight, I took one look at Ricky and I thought, damn it, kid, you got the match. But in seriousness, I got to go down to the Vicious Pursuit training school, and Carlo Cannon, the man who runs that facility, gave me the opportunity to watch his trainees, and I got to see so much potential out of all of them. And there was this one young, hungry kid, Ricky DeBoom, And when I found out that this man hadn't even had a match in Australia yet, this is his Australian debut. He has managed to compete over in Malaysia, but this will be the first time he is competing in an Australian ring. This is a big moment for Ricky DeBoom. And it's an interesting note, but actually both men got more social media likes than any other competitor on the card tonight.
Hey!
I know, look at that. I'm very proud of that.
Well earned. And what an absolute incredible opportunity for Oz Pro Wrestling to be the first place to showcase Ricky DeBoom here in Australia.
Well, look, when he's main eventing WrestleMania and beating Cody Rhodes like the little bee he is, then I can say, ha! He started in my promotion. Anyway, collar elbow tie-up, and obviously we know Ant Kava for being the beautiful and powerful competitor that he is. But, you know, Ricky DeBoom, he's no slouch. He's got a big frame on him. He's, you know, I think he actually outweighs Kava just about. But collar elbow tie-up, excellent technique. Kudos to Carlo Cannon for the phenomenal technique there, driving him into the ropes, and both men just locked up like bulls now.
Yeah, that, as you mentioned, that potentially slightly larger frame of Ricky working to his advantage, getting the upper hand on Ant in that front corner.
Now, before we continue with the match, just want to shout out another thank you, Time to Train, Asperger's program, who have obviously allowed us to, who have sponsored us very kindly, allowing us to release this show and this match exclusively on YouTube here today. It's going for the test of strength, and if anyone else, I'd be a bit nervous. But, sorry, if it was anyone else, I'd be assured in Kava's ability. But here I'm a little bit nervous because, I'll tell you one thing, Ricky DeBoom, as I said, he's no slouch. He's a physical specimen in his own right.
And we're seeing that with a little bit of resistance. I've seen Ant wrestle many times at many places, and rarely have I ever seen him lose a test of strength like that.
Look at this, Ricky DeBoom, he knows the goal is to get a pinfall. 3 seconds is all it takes to get that first big victory here, not only in Ozpro, but in Australian wrestling as a whole.
Kick to the chest from Ant, breaking the hold.
Off the ropes, and a shoulder tackle. Wasn't able to get him down, off the ropes again. And you can see Ricky just leaning all his weight into that, just stopping him in. Ant is starting to look a bit worried. I think
so there's a lot of doubt in the face of Ant Kava. This is a man that I have seen confidently be in the ring with some of the best that Australia has.
That knocks him down hard. Ricky DeBoom, quite surprisingly, taking control in the early going. And you can see the personal ring announcer and the singer, the artiste at ringside, looking a bit concerned for Ant Kava right now. Boom, going over the top, and Ant Kava looking a bit discombobulated and now being dropped square on his face.
For those of you playing at home, you may not know this. You would immediately assume that a wrestling match is predominantly physical, which it is. However, the mental game plays such a huge and strong role. And when we're seeing that look, that shock, that bewilderment from Ant Kava, he is going to start doubting himself. He's going to...
hang on a second. Lockie, get out of there, you little toe rag.
You would say that if you didn't have an artist in your corner, allowing Ant to get the upper hand, dropping Ricky to the mat. Kick out at 0.
I'm going to have to check his managerial license. I'm sure it said he was only going to sing. I'm pretty convinced it didn't say he was going to get physically involved in the contest.
Contractual obligations are very important and do play a role.
Absolutely. Why do you think Ant Kava got a personal thing into the ring? I mean, he was a tough negotiator for today's show. I mean, Ant Kava, let's talk about Ant Kava. This is a man who's been training for the best part of 10 years, and, you know, he's really quickly become... Oh, wait a minute. Might be going for Kavalock, that full Nelson, which he uses to stretch his opponents into submission, but wasn't able to get it that time. But neck breaker, and DeBoom goes down.
Not the smoothest neck breaker. However, it did force Ricky to land on his shoulder rather than the flat of his back.
Really, just gave him a 7 out of 10 for that. Is that good?
It's average, I guess. But it's one of those things, like as you mentioned, coming from Carlo.
He's actually mentoring Kava and saying, "Oh, it could have been better."
You mentioned it. So Ricky, coming from the school from Carlo Cannon's school,
Vicious Pursuit
would have been trained very well in order to take a landing from a neck breaker. However, throwing it off slightly.
Perfect score now for Mr. Kava. For the biceps, beautiful, beautiful posing.
One thing you can't be trained for is to be dropped heavily on your shoulder. That soft tissue can only take so much, and especially...
Oh, Lockie once again getting involved, and the official being distracted now by Kava. Kava get back in control thanks to Lockie now. Launches him off the ropes, and Kava with a huge back elbow.
So for a man dressed so cleanly, he's acting so dirty. Pin attempt from Ant, kick out at 1.
Strong kick out at 1, and hey, look, kicking out at 1. I get it. It's a psychological thing.
We discussed it a moment ago, yeah.
You're sending a big message to your opponent. It's like, hey, you've got to do a lot more if you want to beat me here tonight. But I was trying to talk about Ant earlier. I mean, this is a man who's been wrestling best part of 10 years, and you've been slowly seeing him morph into a more and more competent wrestler. And he's really starting to rack up the wins at the moment. But outside of wrestling, multi-time Australian and world champion in bodybuilding.
And we just saw it. Look at that.
Gorgeous frame, obviously. Going for that super. Look at it, just muscles alone.
That's all core strength.
What a call.
What a call.
What a call. He's going for another suplex now. And obviously it's a working technique for him this time. We've earlier talked about the dangers of repeating those maneuvers. And this is it. And Kava calling for the Kava lock. The maneuver he has used to submit and stretch into submission so many of his opponents in the past. And I can guarantee, doesn't matter what Carlo's been doing in school, Ricky DeBoom will have never felt anything like the Kava lock.
Absolutely, and we saw Ant slowly working away at the shoulder and neck region of Ricky. However, it's a little stronger than he may have predicted.
Oh, look at that! He pulled the ripcord right into a Northern Lights suplex. Full release, all impact. And a kick out there by Ricky DeBoom and a late 2.
That kick out is getting later and later, Andy. Ant just chipping away, little bit by little bit.
Like slow and steady wins the race, as they say. Going for another suplex. This will be the third one that Kava will have hit. And DeBoom
keeping that center of gravity low and tight, giving Ant every...
He's making it earn it. And inside cradle! It's all it takes is 3 seconds, but he wasn't able to hook the leg. And you've got to believe that that could have cost him there. Spinebuster! Shoots the inside. Oh! Okay, Ant is starting to lose his cool, and you can see it now, resorting to those strikes, and DeBoom desperately covering up.
Saying that though, you look over at Lockie, for a manager and a singer, the grin on his face.
Look at this, he's now going to Lockie, he's trying to get some inspiration, reminding Kava that he is a champion, one of his bodybuilding medals right there. Reminding Kava that he is the winner, but he really should be focusing on his opponent right now. DeBoom is on his feet.
The anger in Kava, knocked off out of his face completely with that back elbow boot to the face of Kava.
Well, this is what happens when you lose your cool. You start making mistakes, and that's what Kava's doing right now. Big shoulder block. DeBoom definitely in control right now. Big back elbow, and he is feeling the pump. Big clothesline.
And stumbling, doing what he can to get to the vertical base.
Oh, he's going for that suplex now. Ricky DeBoom getting ready.
Taste your own medicine.
Oh my God. Look at that, the technique straight down. That vertical suplex was gorgeous, had him perfectly vertical. 1, 2.
Kick out at 2. Carlo Cannon, you must be proud. You have to be proud after a vertical suplex like that. But he'd be even prouder when Ricky DeBoom, presumably, as he has the upper hand this very moment,
whoa.
The victor.
You say this though, Lockie, and the official really needs to get on this. Lockie now, just on the apron. And, well, that was very satisfying to see, I have to say. Oh no! Kava lock, that's all it is! It's locked in tight. Ricky DeBoom didn't have any opportunity to try and block it.
Distraction by Lockie, opening him up. That is deep, that is stretched.
That's it.
There it is.
Tap out, no shame. Get out of there. Ref, get him off. Get him off, Sarge. Oh, come on. I'm going to have a word with that official after this.
Win on Lockie. Was this the plan all along? Push this man to that limit, to go that little bit harder, do what needs to be done to get that victory. And that is what Ant has done today.
Well, let's look at the replay here. You can see that it's clearly Lockie's interference that allowed Ant Kava that moment of distraction. He was able to slip on the cover lock so quick, and there's the tap out. It was in, and you can just imagine the shoulder blades, the neck, all starting to basically getting dislocated from the raw pressure of that muscular mountain of a man. Anyway, hell of a debut here for Ant Kava and Ricky the Boom. There will be other days and nights for you, my young man.
Our next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Someone I know dearly. I've spent many, many car rides from many shows with this individual, Charlie Rose.
From the Surf Coast, Geelong, representing the Glow Up, Charlie Rose.
Can we also talk about how really awesome her gear looks tonight?
Oh, the brand new gear, it's
fantastic
fantastic.
gear, yeah. Putting in the effort. She's not wearing a hand-me-down for this show, God no.
Like, I know we've already had the Rising Star match for this evening. However, if we were to do it again in another time, in another place perhaps,
You never know.
I would encourage. Not that I have any say, but if I did, it'd be like, hey, I think Charlie Rose would be
I'm
in that
always
match.
open for those.
Oh, sick.
And their opponent. From Melbourne, Victoria, she is first class Aisha.
This is too quick.
He's very quick. No, he's on the ball. It's good, it's good. No, but look, first class is a very fair moniker for Aisha. I mean, I've seen her compete in so many contests. I saw her win her first ever tag team championship when she was in DMDU. She is the current reigning Renegade Women's Champion as well. That's certainly not a championship that you want to be sniffing at. Some people might say she is one of the best, if not the best, in Victoria today.
You're not getting an argument out of me on that one, Andy. I completely agree with
And
you.
if you look at a win-loss record, it's very difficult to disagree with that statement. As for Charlie Rose, I mean, I got to watch some of her matches when she first started out wrestling at a young age of 17, first in DMDU, and then our paths would have just diverted, but then she would have started working in some of the promotions you were working at, so you got the privilege of watching her grow into the competitor that she is today, and now here we are, two very promising competitors, two very promising fighters, and let's be honest, if you're a betting man, you might want to put your money on Aisha, but hey, the beauty of wrestling is an upset can happen at any time.
Look, you would be in the absolute right frame of mind if you would have placed that bet. But I'm going to put a couple things on there just to swing those odds a little bit, right? Talked about Aisha, a women's champion as we speak right now. However, Charlie Rose, former MXW champion, heavyweight champion, ran that stuff, right? And on top of that, you mentioned DMDU with Aisha. Charlie Rose, former death match wrestler. She can take it to that additional level. Whatever Aisha could bring into this match here today, Andy, I think Charlie has it
I
ready.
was going to say, sometimes action speaks louder than words, and we just saw Charlie Rose control the beginning of this contest with a wrist lock. Very effective. Sure, you might think it's simple, but sometimes wrestling is built on those foundations. Aisha managed to find her escape, but it's certainly a good start for Charlie Rose, going once again back to the arm wringer, locking in the wrist lock tight and making Aisha work for it, and grabs the hair and pulls Aisha back down to the ground. And actually, this is quite surprising to see Aisha on a bit of a back foot in this contest.
It's very likely, as I said, Aisha with her own string of accomplishments walking in, possibly doubting Charlie Rose, which, once again, if that's something that you've seen her work before, you know that she's not an individual that you should be second-guessing. An individual that absolutely deserves a spot, not just here at Oz Pro Wrestling, but anywhere, everywhere. You're going to get a banging match out of both of these individuals. And that's what we're getting right now.
flips her over the top rope. Charlie Rose goes to the swing. Aisha catches it and gives her an elbow of her own. Aisha now trying to follow through, flips all the way over, off the ropes, and spinning heel kick. Quarter right on the chin, rifling, shoots to the cover, hooks the outside leg, the 2-1. Kick out there by Rose. Now, before we continue talking on this match, do want to give a quick shout out and a thank you for Time to Train Asperger's program. Thanks to their sponsorship of this event, we are able to bring this match to you for free on YouTube. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Your support of Australian wrestling and the community of Ringwood is greatly appreciated.
And we would also love to see your support of Oz Pro Wrestling if you are watching this on the YouTube, as you mentioned. Big thank you to Time to Train Asperger's training program. But what's the hashtag of the event, Andy? If you are on social?
Oz Brass Rings. It's on the top right corner of the screen.
There.
Come on, man.
No, I'm just sort of, like those that may not have seen it, have a look around. But yes, use the hashtag Oz, AUS in the capital Brass Ring on your social media of choice. We'd love to hear what you're thinking of this match right now.
Right, but let's get back to the match because we're not doing these competitors a service, are we? Anyway, firing those shots right into the side of the head, the European uppercut. Aisha starting to build momentum her way. Oh, and just like that, Charlie Rose trying to steal it again.
Massive elbow to the jaw of Charlie. Ducks it.
Oh, an inverse side Russian leg sweep. Straight down onto the ground. She's got the stroke. Hook covered here. Hooks that outside leg. The 2. Charlie Rose wasn't able to get it here.
That confidence, that potentially bordering on the line of arrogance coming out of Charlie.
Oh, the rings of, can we call this the rings of Charlie, perhaps?
I'll allow it.
We'll go with that. That's obviously Perry Saturn was the originator of the rings of Saturn. Very painful submission, isolated one of the arms, and putting tremendous stress on both shoulders. And Aisha possibly adding more pressure to try and get that pinfall. And Aisha starting to feel the effects of Charlie Rose's offense here tonight. Goes for the cover, the 1, the 2. You can see Aisha was pacing with her feet, just trying to keep that pressure. And Charlie Rose getting quite frustrated right now. Oh, jawbreaker.
Charlie stumbling in the corner, pulls it together, eats an elbow for a hard work, goes again, there's another. Falls into the middle of the ring. Aisha ducks it, grabs it. Oh.
I mean, standing neck breaker.
Yeah.
Charlie Rose finds herself in the corner, and Aisha follows through, but he's greeted with a big boot.
It's one of those things you try to see where it was going, and it kind of caught me off guard. Like this, Charlie Rose going for the pin.
I was going to say big Larry at the 2. Wasn't able to get it. And as you say, we know Charlie Rose can be a big hitter. You mentioned herself. She has competed in death matches before, which is some of the most hard-hitting contests you could ever find yourself in. Oh, Aisha, kick to the midsection. First class DDT!
Oh! Whoa!
That's it. Lights out. 2. There it is. Aisha was playing the waiting game. And clearly she waited long enough, getting the double underhook and dropping her hard with the first class DDT. Aisha victorious here today, reaffirming the belief of many that she is one of the best here in Victoria today. Look at that, right on the back of the head. Charlie Rose was unconscious by the time she rolled onto her back. Aisha's got the mic, and when she wants to talk, generally she gets what she wants.
All right. I'm refusing to say while Charlie's crying backstage. But hey, I gave it to her. She really gave it to me. Ugh. Now, we have an exciting main event. Tessa Armstrong versus Erica Reed for the OPW Women's Championship. Now, I may argue that maybe I should be in the main event, especially when Tessa called Erica the best in Victoria today when I'm here.
A little bit of professional jealousy
Now,
here.
my achievements and my resume speaks for itself. What I do in this ring is first class. But I'll give Tessa and Erica the moment tonight in the main event. But they should know that I'll be watching very, very closely.
There you go, Aisha, with a very foreboding warning for the competitors of the main event tonight, who will compete for the OPW Women's Championship. Anyway, don't go away, because coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, 6-man war! Yeah! Come on!
We do have our next match, which is a tag contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
So, Ryan, this is a big mess. So essentially, at our last show, Tommy Hellfire came out to the ring, and I paid him to do a big rah-rah speech about how promising the future of Australian wrestling is. And instead, he came out and he tore the scene apart, declaring that the future without him in it would be dead. And he would reiterate that point by destroying the young tag team known as Ben and Breakfast.
The team of the Black Diamonds and Mr. 0 to 100, Tommy Hellfire.
Now, of course, this would lead to Owen Stedman coming out to defend his friends, Ben and Breakfast. And after a bit of a scuffle, Tommy Hellfire would be forced to leave the ring. And it has led to this 6-man tag team war. Tommy Hellfire is here tonight with backup in the form of the Black Diamonds. Diamonds to take on the team of Ben and Breakfast and Owen Stedman. However, God weaves a tragic web, and as a result, Ben unfortunately is injured, and he's been replaced by someone who I feel is a fair substitute in the form of the family-friendly Gore. You're free to disagree with me if you wish.
Oh no, just giving Chris his moment. But you're absolutely correct. Like having, when we were chatting at the last show, you're like, hey, Tommy's going to come in. He's going to say some nice, lovely things. Brilliant. He was really kind to me. Turns around, completely changing attitude.
I was going to say, obviously, as you can see, the family-friendly Gore is definitely in on this act here tonight.
The team of Breakfast, Owen Stedman, and family-friendly Gore.
I'm not sure Owen Stedman knows what to make of this, but the family-friendly Gore is in full Ben and Breakfast mode here tonight. He is here, he is handing out juice boxes and cereals to all the kiddie winks in the audience here tonight. Look at him, ignore the horrifically scarred third-degree burn face. This is a man who is a role model, this is a man who loves this company, and he sent me a very sincere apology for nearly murdering his opponent at the last show, as well as a small bag of money. And you know what? I think he sincerely meant that apology, hence why he is here tonight to continue spreading the love to the crowd here in Ringwood.
And look, you mentioned it, small bag. Like, something about Gore with that tiny little bag just fills me with so much joy, and it's the same joy that Gore now shares amongst the families here at Ringwood.
Look, do you know what? Honestly, I think that there are lots of young girls and boys in the audience who look at Gore and think, one day I want to be just like you. Maybe not look like you, but I'd like to be just like you. It's 7 foot tall, built like a brick shit house, and just ready to just break everybody in half. Name it fun.
As a dude in my mid-30s, I do also hope to one day grow up and be like Gore. I think it would be nice.
Really, mid-30s?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like, not mixed response there.
Just surprised. Don't you have like 5 kids?
That I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you can see, they're struggling to get the backpack off the family-friendly Gore, and he is ready now to sport entertain you. Family-friendly Gore with the fruit juices there.
I'm sorry, just the backpack again. It's so good. It's so good.
Oh, you wait till I mass-produce those from China and I sell them to everyone.
Oh, and I will buy many.
Can we get this match started, Ref? Please.
I see the
Very
Black
good
Diamonds
question.
are quite eager to start this contest, and I'm not sure Tommy Hellfire quite knows what to make of this situation. You know, this was obviously originally going to be a battle of young guns taking on the veterans, and Gore is on the side of the young guns. You know, these things happen.
But look, he's got a new way of seeing the world, a new way of thinking about the world and experiencing it. It is a new Gore in a lot of ways. So it does make sense to a lot.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are now starting this contest. And Breakfast is in there with Seth Tanner. Seth Tanner, the big burly lad kicking him in the midsection, but I'm not sure that actually did anything to Breakfast.
Kicks the midsection just.
Those are some solid abs.
That is a well-supported meal of the day midsection.
Well, there you go. Drives him into the corner. And here comes the family-friendly Gore. And look at him. He's going to fly like an angel that he is. Boom!
Big axe handle.
Monstrous axe handle. And now he's going for the family-friendly body slam.
Now, Andy, look, listen, I know Ben Breakfast. I know Stedman. I know Gore. But I don't know Jason Blade and Seth Tanner all that well. For those playing at home, the man of beware. Can you
Absolutely fair. They are probably, belly-to-belly suplex. They are probably one of the most accomplished teams from the east of Melbourne. Multi-time tag team champions, particularly from their home promotion of PCW. In fact, they are the current PCW tag team champions. Look at that. You know, they have been ruling that roost for a very long time. There's a reason why they call themselves Diamonds. And family-friendly Gore just used his best friend, Breakfast, as a weapon there, just body slamming him right on top of Seth Tanner. I was going to say, the wisest thing Seth Tanner's tag partners have done so far is not getting there.
It's the smartest decision you could have
Very
made.
smart strategy.
Very proud of Gore with that incredible communication between him and Breakfast.
What the hell? Oh, no. Okay, wait, lads. Jesus.
That is too much friendliness.
Okay, Gore. I mean, I was about to say you don't want to have to pay me another fine, but saying that, I've got to profit however I can.
Tag, in comes Stedman, a gentleman that impressed me to no end.
Yeah, I was going to say the fun and games is definitely over when Owen Stedman is in the ring. But Seth Tanner trying to get him with the Uranagi, wasn't able to get it. The kip up from there from Owen Stedman. Goes for the side kick, but unfortunately Tanner got it this time. Side effect, just dropping him down hard. Obviously, the last time we saw Owen Stedman in a ring, apart from like shooing Tommy Hellfire from the venue, is when he took on Jarvis, the greatest Jarvis, in a match that many consider to be a huge upset and definite match of the night candidate from that event. And look at this, the Black Diamonds! Double backbreaker. And now Jason Blade shooting the cover and wasn't able to get it. A solid kick out there from Stedman, but that took quite a bit of energy. And this is why you can see the experience of the multi-time tag team champions of Victoria. When you've got the Black Diamonds controlling their opponent and Stedman desperately fighting out, but Seth Tanner forcing Stedman into the corner. And here comes the big dog, Tommy Hellfire, the gatekeeper of Australian wrestling, wants to keep these young bucks underneath his butts, and he is taking it to Owen Stedman, a man who you can just see from his steely gaze has a particular dislike.
Big blows from the midsection from Stedman, elbow, but the height advantage, the weight advantage, really stepping into that, giving Tommy Hellfire a clear advantage.
It's
fumbling
amazing.
over my words there. I was just a little bit taken aback.
I was going to say, if you actually look at the combined weight of the two teams, somersault over the top, beautifully done, off the ropes, double clothesline, and Stedman now looking for the tag from his corner.
Both Breakfast and Gore King tag, in comes Gore.
Here comes the family-friendly Gore. Locks it. Oh! T-bone suplex, he's got nowhere to go but up and down. Jason Blade hit the ground hard and look at him, he is loving it.
Tag, in comes Breakfast.
The man with the hardest abs in all of Australia. What's he got in mind? I'm not sure Breakfast is aware of what was going on there. I think Breakfast was supposed to be a weapon there. Unfortunately, miscommunication happened. And now the Sarge, our official for this contest, is getting Gore out of the ring. And now you can see Jason Blade once again in control of this contest.
Jason Blade almost mocking this team with the attempted reach to tag, forcing Breakfast back into the corner, bringing in Seth Tanner.
I was going to say, there is a lot of tag team experience on the right-hand side of the ring right there. These guys know what to do. Oh, come on! Tommy Hellfire hitting him with the bed and breakfast cereal, available now from ozprowrestling.com.au for as little as $19.99 plus shipping. I'm only kidding. I actually don't have that on.
I said that was a really expensive cereal.
Look, fortified.
Cost of living crisis is crazy. Oh, a big elbow to the middle of the back for Breakfast.
Right, look at this. I mean, Gore's getting a bit of a break there with the...
some sort of toaster strudel.
I'm going to say a little bit of breakfast, keep the energy levels up. A sugar spike in this at this time in the match would be very dangerous, but if he tags him too late, that sugar crash could cost him.
Absolutely, this is something you want to get one and done with. That increased metabolism of Gore, he's going to rip through that toaster strudel in no time.
Look at this Breakfast now, trying to fight out of this chin lock, but this is why the Black Diamonds and Tommy Hellfire, they are probably one of the most formidable team in this contest. Like, just cut the ring in half, lots of regular tags. Breakfast finding it quite hard to get out of there, but was able to... Oh no! Tanner! A lot of weight behind that big lad, just dropping him down hard with a spear.
So you're talking about that tag team efficiency coming out of the Black Diamonds. Attempted cutter, unsuccessful.
And Breakfast with a spear of his own.
That little flip on the end was like a good solid,
Let's be honest, Bobby Lashley would be jealous.
He would, absolutely.
Damn jealous. Anyway, Breakfast now crawling, and it looks like Gore has finished his sugary snack just in time, and he's in here now. Big back elbow to Tanner. Oh, sorry, that's Tanner. I do apologize. Blade now. Oh, he's going for another ride. He never learns. Gore doesn't even lock him up properly. He just like grabs them with his grab and flips them over.
Peg him. But as we were saying just a moment ago, tag has in come Stedman.
Well, Tommy Hellfire. Oh, this is what it boils down to now. The two leaders of their respective generations square in the middle of the ring, just firing and clubbering. But Tommy Hellfire, the experience, the height, the strength, just taking control. And look at this. This is the Tommy combo. He has used this a number of times to help win contests, but looks like Stedman saw it coming, going to try and isolate the arm. And look at this, is what Stedman does. He isolates the limb. He tries to break you or make you tap. Ducks the clothesline. And look at that big side kick.
Incredible work by Stedman. That was amazing. And he's taking advantage of it, bringing back to the middle of the ring.
Absolutely, and trying to isolate that arm. Hellfire, kick to the midsection. Oh no, oh no. Big bad Tommy Hellfire. Looks like he's going for a mountain rush bomb. But Stedman flips him over. He's locked in the arm. This is how he beat Jarvis. We might actually see a huge upset here with Tommy Hellfire submitting in the middle of the ring to the leader of the new generation, Owen Stedman. But look at this, Jason Blade, the last minute save.
Interesting with Blade with the save. That stomp kind of cranking the arm of Hellfire a little bit more before Stedman let go.
Stedman's now at the mercy of the tag team champions. Picks him up. Oh, they were trying to go for the Black Diamond cutter, but Stedman with the DDT. And family-friendly Gore now coming in for the recovery. Dumps him to the outside, and oh, wait a minute. There's some planning going on in Gore's head, which is never a good idea, especially when it involves chairs. Well, Jason Blade is being given a comfortable seat here, it seems. Oh, Seth Tanner! He's in the cross arm bar! Jason Blade just got squashed, and the Sarge is there if there's a tap out. If there's a tap out, there it is! Owen Stedman, 2 matches, 2 tap outs, 2 victories. Gotta believe that Stedman is frustrated that he wasn't able to get the submission over Tommy Hellfire.
Either way, a message was sent. Hellfire, want to gatekeep the wrestling business? Try somewhere else, mate. This is the time for the future, the new talent, and that talent is Owen Stedman.
Oh, look at that, Owen Stedman just staring a hole in Tommy Hellfire, shouting, "I had you! I had you!" And Hellfire knows it. Hellfire knows he was this close from tapping out to the future of Australian wrestling. Let's look at the replay. The Black Diamond Cutter was not successful here tonight. And Stedman,
That deep arm.
very deep,
Ooh,
kind of had nowhere to go.
No choice.
He was waiting for a partner to save him, and he wasn't able to get it. And here are your victors, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast and Gore with Ben and Owen Stedman. It's time for a juice box salute.
Tommy Hellfire, he knew what he was up against. Why else would you be hiding in the crowd and here at Ringwood, creating almost like a series of, with bodyguards, human shields around you? I'm just going to put it out there. It's up to you, Andy, whether, this is something you're willing to share, but Tommy Hellfire, he fears Owen Stedman.
Well, that's, I'm not going to say anything because Hellfire might have words with me, but something tells me we will see some combination of this contest once again down the line.
This match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Now, unfortunately, Kaito, a very promising competitor from Adelaide, was meant to be competing tonight. Unfortunately, due to an injury at a previous show with MXW, which I'm sure you were with there.
I was there, I saw it happen.
So, unfortunately, Maddie Hayne, who, God bless his soul, was down here to help us out the show, has stepped up to take on Funtime Phil. So very gracious, I have to say. But what I understand, this is Maddie Hayne. This is only like his third match in his career, but my God, he carries the confidence like he's a 20 years veteran.
Absolutely. Look, as you mentioned, at the hands of Zed Nitrox.
At 6'4", weighing in at 101 kilograms, from Melbourne, Victoria, he is Matty Hayes.
Apologies there, I would never dare speak over my dear friend Jen. But as at the show, at the hands of Zed Nitrox.
And introducing his opponent.
I was just going to quickly say, Matty Hayne, so early in his career, I can guarantee you, has never, ever, ever, ever faced a man quite like Funtime Phil.
Absolutely, not as much. So Kaito out of commission, unable to get in at the hands of Zed Nitrox at that MXW show. However, Matty Hayne managed to sneak himself into a match over there. Now he's doing the same over here. Incredible.
He's a cheeky little beggar, isn't he?
Cheeky. So Kaito had himself up against JXT, the partner in crime of this man, Funtime Phil.
I have to admit, that would have been very poetic for Kaito to have taken on JXT one night, followed by Funtime Phil the next night. I was very aware of that, but sadly, we were robbed of that. However, Funtime Phil, ladies and gentlemen, he might seem like you're sort of fairly fun-loving guy, and I'll tell you one thing, he is chaotic, he is unpredictable. He is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but the thing with Funtime Phil, multi-year veteran, helping to train the next generation of wrestlers here in Australia.
At 6'4", weighing in at 110 kilograms, from 5 countries in orbit, he is Funtime Phil.
Now, Ryan, I will say we are not sponsored by Smith's Crisp, but we are sponsored by Time to Train, Asperger's program, those lovely gentlemen sponsoring the show in support of this event here in Ringwood, and of course to allow us to bring the show to you for free on YouTube. Gentlemen, thank you very much for supporting us. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks to you, people who worldwide can watch grown men punch each other in the face. Well, Maddie Hayne certainly not wanting to have any of the fun here tonight. Oh, Matty Hayne.
Oh, the heartbreak.
He found another bag. Where did that come from? I swear those pockets are little black holes to a snack pantry. And he just goes in there and just whistles something out. Okay, Matty Hayne getting a little bit frustrated here now. He wants to take this match seriously, but Funtime Phil will just not allow him to. Whoa!
Look, it's a strong offer to share your chips with a fellow individual.
But unfortunately, those crisps aren't the saltiest thing in the ring.
Absolutely not. It sits firmly with Matty Hayne.
Anyway, bell's ringing. Straight out of the bell. Literally, clothesline, the back elbow. This is why you don't upset Funtime Phil during snack time. Big boot right there.
Do not mess with Phil's chips. Look at
Look,
that
he's
man.
furious.
He is angry. He is frustrated.
And Matty Hayne rolling out of there. He could feel. Apparently he's really smart. Like I said, he carries himself like a 20-year veteran despite this only being his third match.
Oh, I was going to say, not that smart as Funtime Phil grabs at his hair, but Matty Hayne does the same, bouncing Phil off that top rope. Now,
anyway, climbing on top of Funtime Phil, trying to use his weight to sort of drive it right across the larynx there of Funtime Phil, trying to slow him down. And look, don't be shocked. The thing is with Funtime Phil, if he was actually to cut out that 50 packets of crisp day habit, that man would be like a chiseled god. He is a aerodynamic machine in that ring.
It is one of those things you mentioned. As one of the lead trainers at the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling, kick out at 2. This man has a training regimen, I am sure, provided by one of the other members, Jake Navarra. I can promise, like, those chips, Andy, are accounted for in his daily calorie intake.
I was going to say, anyone who walks into Jake Navarro's gym do seem to come out twice the size just in their traps alone. But anyway, he's not paying me any money, so let's stop talking about it. Anyway, side headlock there by Matty. Yeah, we're generous. We're feeling generous. Anyway, Funtime Phil was trying to escape with the overhead wrist lock, and unfortunately for him, Matty Hayne just locking him back down again. And you can see Funtime Phil trying to fight out of this contest.
He is just being crammed into almost the cleavage of Matty Hayne, just struggling to keep his breath in. Phil pulling his right into the chest.
Cleavage. You're going to give the pork in a
I couldn't think of the other word. It's Ritalин's not doing all its business.
Okay,
it's word association.
2. Funtime Phil able to kick out. Take a breather, Ryan. It's all good. Stomp into the midsection.
It's a shame that my word association went to cleavage, but...
Anyway, and you can see now Matty Hayne just driving the boot right into his throat now, just slowly wearing away at Funtime Phil. And Funtime Phil trying to find that air, and you see he's almost struggling to get to his feet a little bit. And Matty Hayne showing some real promise here. What the hell? He's got the other bag of crisps. It's like Popeye spinach to him. Oh, big, solid left hook there. Matty Hayne with another one. The Southpaw, as they like to call him. It's like the ghost of Terry Funk in there.
Ooh. Love a little bit of that. Matty Hayne pulls up. Phil gets him. Attempted suplex, unable to lift the man that is more crisp than human.
Oh, inside. What the hell? 2. Funtime Phil with the inside cradle. Wasn't able to get the pinfall there. And Hayne drops him down with a solid clothesline. Rolls him back onto his shoulders. The 2. Hayne, however, not able to get the victory there.
Well, with a lackadaisical pin like that, not hooking the leg, not pushing the pressure onto the chest of Phil. This was more that psychological game.
Can someone tell Funtime Phil that his packet of crisps are not his tag team partner? He keeps trying to call them. Oh! The climbing head kick, the Enziguri. There, he's reaching for the crisps. He's almost there, he's got them. I don't know what that means, but he's got them.
That is a happy, happy man.
There you go. He's powering up. There you go. He's fueling up on the carbs. Oh, solid right. And now a left. But it seems to have no effect on Funtime Phil.
Deflecting off him.
He's crisping up. Is that the word I'm supposed to be using here?
I'll go with that.
Well, there you go. Matty Hayne could be in a world of trouble right now. 2 right hands.
3.
A third.
Sends him across the ring. Oh, big boot. Drops
This
Matty
could only
Haynes.
mean one thing. He's going for it. Big body slam. And possibly going to follow it up with the brother leg drop, brother. 1, 2. Funtime Phil was successful.
Here is your winner,
Ryan, what are your expert analytical thoughts on this highly scientific contest?
Look, it was one of those moments where we're seeing it right here with that huge leg drop, that build-up from the power, giving Funtime Phil everything he needed to secure that victory.
Well, look, you're
allegedly
10 years younger than me, so would it be fair to say that match was ooch? Is that how you say it?
I have never been down with what the kids say when I was a kid, and even now as a slightly older child.
I'm going to say it's ooch because I just know everyone at Mayhem Pro will be ooch.
Yeah.
This next match is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I initially booked this contest for this show, I completely forgot how much these two hate each other. And I should have probably have cancelled it right there and then, but then I realised I'm a wrestling promoter, and this is the stuff that dreams are made of. So this, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Rapid, multi-time national champion, certainly someone at the forefront here in Australian wrestling, and we are very proud to have him as a part of our roster. You might have remembered at our last event, when Ryan Rapid came out, he obviously had a main event against the family-friendly Gore, and thanks to an assist from his best friend, Bush Kelly,
Weighing at 85 kilograms. Hey, from Dandenong, Victoria, he is the Revolution Killer, Ryan Rapid.
do not interrupt Jen. Anyway, as mentioned at our last show, main event defeated family-friendly Gore. Huge win, but tonight, this contest is definitely going to be a lot
And
more
introducing his
personal.
opponent.
Who is it? Who is it?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Blake Malik. And the reason that this match is so very personal is that earlier in his career, he was partnered up with Ryan Rapid. Look at this badass coming out with the guitar. goddamn. Anyway, and unfortunately for them, their tag team broke up under some very stressful circumstances. And the thing is, they never got that cathartic moment to thrash it out in the ring.
I mean, until now.
Until now, when I booked this match and I forgot, oh, these guys actually hate each other. But you know what? I think both these men are looking forward to this opportunity to finally scratch that itch and take each other to school here tonight.
He is the Metalcore Maestro. He is the Pirate Performer. He is the Wildfire, Blake Malik.
Blake Malik, ladies and gentlemen, trained at Mayhem Pro and has shown himself to be a very thorough competitor with great aerial ability and a real aggressive streak. In fact, if you've watched any of his interviews leading up to this contest, he is coming into this with a huge chip on his shoulder. And no doubt that fire that he feels deep in his belly will help him to go towards victory here tonight. But he's got to get through Ryan Rapid, a very experienced competitor, a man who's won multiple championships over his home promotion of PCW. So let's see if it's going to be experience or that youthful exuberance, that raw fire of Blake Malik that comes out ahead tonight.
It's an interesting place for me to be, Andy. So, in my time, in my short, my tenure within the professional wrestling business, I've seen many people start from your trainee, ring crew, stepping on up. Blake Malik is one of those individuals, but the Blake Malik I'm seeing here tonight is not the same dude that I've packed down rings with before, the same dude I've worked front of house. This man, as you said, like his pants, he's got a fire, he's got a viciousness, there's an anger within him, and as you mentioned, this is what's leading into accidentally into this.
He actually grabbed the hair of Ryan Rapid just so he can get an edge in this technical exchange. Ryan Rapid now trying to get back up to his feet, and you could just feel the tension between both men here in the ring. Now, before we continue, a quick thank you to Time to Train, Asperger's training program, who have helped sponsor this event. And thanks to their sponsorship, we are able to bring you this match and this show as a whole to YouTube for free. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for supporting Australian wrestling here in England.
I do apologise, Andy. I'm just going to get to my feet. I want to make sure I'm seeing everything that is happening in this ring.
Look at this, Blake Malik. I'll tell you one thing, he's a lot taller in person than you suspect he's
He is giant.
He's quite a big lad. I didn't realise until I met him and I was staring at his belly button. Anyway, but he's going for the test of strength now, and obviously using that height experience. And look at this, just mocking his smaller opponent. And a stop there on the toes. Ryan Rapid with the knuckle lock flying, and this is what brought Ryan Rapid so much success and all those championships. Ducks the clothesline, jumps to sleeper, off the ropes, goes underneath the leapfrog, rolls over the top. This match is getting fast, it's getting furious. Ryan Rapid flipping onto his feet. Blake Malik not sure where he is. Oh, he's got him up top onto the shoulders, but Malik not wanting to go there. Positions him into a powerbomb position, and Ryan Rapid desperately fighting out. Malik onto his feet. No! Goes for a pinfall, wasn't able to get it. Ducks the kick. This is very Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam from ECW, and both men flipping onto their feet.
That was absolutely incredible. I am so glad you were calling that. There is no way I could have kept
you
up.
got the rest of the match. I'm knackered.
Man, the speed at which these two gents are going at it, you can feel that anger, that emotion that is propelling these two, propelling them into one another at this pace.
You can see both men now effectively starting. Well, there you go. They're starting from square one again, trying to go for a lockup, and Blake Malik wasn't going for the lockup, kicks him right to the midsection and speeds up the contest both again. And this is interesting because both these competitors are used to a faster moving contest. And it's interesting to see who gets ahead of the other. Ryan Rapid there with that spinning kick, catching him square in the face, and now he finds himself on the outside, which is a bad place to be when you're against the Revolution Killer, Ryan Rapid. And look at that. Finsbury flop over the top, beautifully executed.
Just shins and feet to the face of Malik, falling down and landing on the floor of the Ringwood Community Centre. Is that where we're hanging out today?
We are at the Central Ringwood Community Centre. Don't forget the Central. Don't want people going to the wrong Ringwood Community Centre.
Certainly don't when there's matches like this and you do not want to go to the wrong venue.
Ryan Rapid now back in control. You can see Blake Malik is feeling a little bit of pain. It almost looks like he was clutching his chest bone there. Perhaps the impact taken onto the chest, which will certainly make it harder for him to breathe. Ryan Rapid, however, perched on top, and oh, Malik!
Claws at the eyes. Gets him in. Oh!
Trapped his head between his foot and the top ring post, and now he's going to drop him down. Sits him up for a powerbomb position, drops him down hard. Hey, nothing graceful about that, but I'll tell you one thing, right on the back of his head, beautifully executed. Puts the forearm across the jaw, but Rapid able to kick out.
Look, as I said, that powerbomb may not have been the most classiest, the most cleanest way, but when you're standing at the better part of over 6.5 feet tall minimum, I say over because he's just too big. I don't know exactly
classy.
What it is.
Classy. I don't think Blake Malik came today to be classy here.
No, but that additional height that you fall from when you land square on your spine.
Spinal tap kick right into the lower spine. Named as such because effectively you feel that numbing sensation rush up the back muscles. And Blake Malik possibly going for a standing moonsault. Got him clear, hit him clean. Two, Rapid kicking out at the two.
A lot of frustration coming out from Malik.
See, here's the thing with Malik. He was coming in here with a lot of fire, and that can really be advantageous. But at the same time, we have seen it when people get frustrated. They take their eye off the ball, and that's when experience starts to edge forward in these contests. And Ryan Rapid with a Jeff Hardy-like jawbreaker, trying to find some separation between him and his opponents.
That's the challenge when it comes to getting that emotion out in a match like this, Andy, is that emotion, it's irrational, it's illogical, it can overpower you, it can take you in any which way direction. And for Ryan Rapid, ooh, it's on the outside of the ring.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to try and drop him on the top rope, but Rapid, thankfully, he was able to sort of avoid that impact and land on the apron. Malik now, single leg drop kick, beautifully executed, a la Chris Jericho there. And now it's Malik who finds himself on the inside of the ring, and Ryan Rapid on the outside. Blake Malik now climbing up to the top. What on earth does this deranged man have in mind?
No way.
Backflip!
Oh my God.
Goodness! I'm not sure who got the worst of that. Blake Malik, I'll tell you one thing, if his rib cage wasn't giving him problems earlier on, it's certainly giving him problems now. Let's look at the replay.
Oh my God!
That could cost him. Unfortunately for him, Ryan Rapid was sort of grazed effectively, and the fans are applauding.
This is what you get to experience when you secure yourself a front row seat at Oz Pro Wrestling. Who knows what's going to happen? Apart from seeing incredible matches, you may have an entire wrestler thrown in your general vicinity.
Blake Malik now bringing Ryan Rapid up to his feet and throwing him in, and you can see him there just holding his ribs. He'll need to tape that up later, because I understand in just over a week's time, he's got a contest, a six-man scramble over at Mayhem Pro, which is a pretty big fight for him. But right now, he's got to stay focused on this very personal contest.
Quick pop to the middle buckle, grabs him by the waist.
Unfortunately, this is where that injury to the rib cage has cost him. He wasn't able to capitalize. Beautifully done. Falcon Arrow kick out there.
The speed of that suplex to the Falcon Arrow from Rapid. Do wonder, Andy, do you think Blake will be able to pick this up and keep it going? There's quite a lot of damage to him at this pace.
I know, but well, he's got a veteran in Ryan Rapid, his former tag team partner, who he felt betrayed by, looking to get that pound of flesh here tonight. And Ryan Rapid is the one who's sort of in control of this contest right now, but he's looking pretty strong right now. He's cutting through the pain if he's experiencing anything. But saying that, Ryan Rapid probably feeling a little bit knackered himself right now.
Exchanging blows on the apron, balancing precariously.
Look at these solid shots of both men.
Huge
Ryan
kick
Rapid
to the
with the
jaw
thrust
of
kick.
Malik. Wow.
Oh my goodness, look at these two men fighting on the apron!
Sling blade on the apron!
So, in case you're listening to us on the radio, Blake Malik just grabbed Ryan Rapid's head and drove it down into the apron. And when I say he drove his head down, I meant literally the very top of his bounce hit the apron. And you know what they say, the apron is the hardest part of the ring.
That is what I have heard.
It's becoming a cliche, but the thing is with cliches, it's very, very true. And Blake Malik, well, he might have cracked his sternum, but I think Ryan Rapid might have cracked his head there. And now Blake Malik is on top.
No way, from the top.
Flips on down.
Corkscrew! No. Nobody home.
Going for a spiral tap. Wasn't able to connect, and considering his ribs. And again the ribs. Ryan Rapid with all that impact.
Kick at it too.
Kicked out of the lion salt. And look at the frustration etched on the face of Ryan Rapid. He knows that this kid, this former tag team partner, has brought a lot of guts and a lot of fire here tonight.
Rapid calling it
double finger salutes.
Fireman's carry.
Ryan Rapid trying to set him up for something, wasn't able to get it. Malik perhaps a back suplex, wasn't able to get it. And now Rapid picks him up. Big body slam.
Rapid getting the energy of this Ringwood crowd, making his way to the top of the top turnbuckle, the top rope.
He's in the high rent district. Up top, 450.
Whoa.
Oh! Malik out of the way. Rapid thankfully landing on his feet. And
Destroyer!
Blake Malik, he pulled the trigger on the Destroyer. And now he's looking to finish the job. Come on, Malik. Oh, wait, he's got him cover. 2, 3. He caught him with a jackknife.
Here is your winner, Ryan Rapid!
It's certainly not the way I thought this was going to go, Andy. I thought we would have a clean one over the other. Instead, it was a moment of opportunity for Ryan Rapid. That little second of weakness, allowing him to score the victory over his former tag team partner.
He
Blake
caught him
Malik.
just when he thought Blake Malik thought he was going to win. At that height of confidence, he ripped it away from him. That is the veteran spirit of Ryan Rapid right there. And unfortunately for Blake Malik, you've got to wonder if the injury from the moonsault to the outside might have caused that. Look at that.
That sling blade on the apron was brutal.
There it is, the jackknife cover. And as I said, it takes 3 seconds. Well, congratulations to Ryan Rapid. What lies ahead for you, sir? I'm sure we will find out soon.
This match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
I know this music. It's not the 95 Chicago Bulls. It is a man, the golden child, I've heard him refer to himself. He believes that he is the best rising star in Australian professional wrestling.
He might not be the Chicago Bulls, but I'm sensing a lot of other sorts of bull coming out right now.
Absolutely. Sorry, you've taken me off guard. If you want a man that's full of bull, it is probably Nate Hunter.
Look at that shirt. Nate Hunter is my favorite wrestler. I wonder how many of those he sold tonight.
Standing at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 190 pounds, from Melbourne, Victoria, he is Australian wrestling's fastest rising star, Nate Hunter!
We actually saw Nate Hunter at our first show, Kickstart the Heart. And unfortunately for him, he was unsuccessful in a match against Rashan Wan. Now, the thing is, wins and losses really do matter, and Nate Hunter realizes that. He was begging the office for another opportunity. And when I realized that I had booked his opponent, JJ Furno, I thought Nate Hunter would be a mighty fine opponent. But I'll tell you one thing, Nate Hunter cannot afford to lose here tonight if he wants to maintain momentum here in OzPro. Speaking of momentum, JJ Furno. This is his first match in Victoria since coming back from a near career-ending injury suffered to his leg. However, he has managed to have one other match in Australia just this past week when he competed at the League of Wrestling and Renegades of Wrestling Super Show over in Brisbane. So he's managed to get a little bit of that ring rust out. But today he is in front of his friends, he is in front of his family to watch the return of JJ Furno.
Once again, what an incredible opportunity. I don't want to sit here and blow your trumpet, Andy, but what an incredible opportunity to have JJ Furno in his returning match here at OzPro Wrestling.
Oh, I was going to say, when I was able to secure JJ Furno, I was absolutely thrilled, and frankly, I was honored to have JJ Furno compete in an Oz Pro ring. I briefly got to ring announce over at PCW, and in one of those matches, I got to witness the fire. JJ Furno defend his Ignition Championship in a steel cage match. Ooh. I know that this man has what it takes to get to the top, and unfortunately for him, that leg injury was a stumbling block. But we talk about opportunities. What an opportunity for Nate Hunter. All this fanfare, all this momentum for JJ Furno. What if you're the man who can trip him up on his first match back in Victoria and secure the win here tonight?
Nate Hunter, as he mentioned, he calls himself the fastest rising star in Australian wrestling. He's not far off in a lot of ways. He is making his name known, whether it be here at Oz Pro, whether it be up in the Northern Burbs with Alpha Pro Wrestling, whether it be at the likes of MXW, you name it, Nate Hunter is making his presence known.
He's already trying to cheat!
Oh, hang on.
Okay, so that is a steel plate that Nate Hunter has been known to load into his elbow pad to try and get victories sort of in his matches. But unfortunately for him, JJ Furno has already found it and has effectively removed it. So this is going to be an even contest.
For a second, I was willing to give Nate Hunter the benefit of the doubt. Looks like one of those little business card containers. Maybe he's doing some networking while he's
full
here.
of bull.
But we know Nate Hunter.
Full of bull.
Absolutely.
Full of bulls. Lots of bulls. Both men now. I mean, look at it. I mean, these two men evenly matched sort of physicality-wise. Now, what's interesting, what's Nate Hunter doing? He's going for that leg. He's been doing his research. He knows exactly what his game plan is. JJ Furno, whether that leg is 50%, 80%, or even 100%, he's always going to have that psychological aspect that my opponent is trying to re-injure me. It's something that takes quite a long time to psychologically get over that.
Nate Hunter said it right then and there. He's like, hey, how's the knee, mate? He's working. He's got a plan in place. However, my apologies, JJ Furno is a stronger individual than that.
Well,
it's going to take more than just a couple of words.
JJ Furno was planting his legs to force him into the corner as well. And I think that's why Nate was looking a bit surprised. Look at this. He's going again for the leg. This is a very clear strategy. Nate Hunter showing a lot of intelligence in this match so far. JJ Furno's obviously sharing his frustration with the official. He's going for my leg, but it's perfectly legal.
Absolutely.
It's certainly more legal than a steel plate in your elbow pad.
And when you've got Ref Sarge officiating this match, you know it's going to be by the book. You know it's going to be good.
He was going for that double underhook face buster. Some of you will call it the pedigree. That's his finisher. That's the move that he likes to use to win so many championships that he has over in PCW, including that Ignition Championship.
Those mind games going the other direction, going against Nate Hunter.
Well, it's fair, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's good for the gambler. And look at this JJ now inviting him back into the ring.
If you want to give it, Nate, you best be able to take it.
Oh, this is proper old school. Call your opponent a chicken. We've seen in Back to the Future how effective that can be.
And they weren't even dealing with the fragile ego of Nate Hunter. He's a man that tries to hold himself in high regard with a whole stack of confidence.
JJ Furno is
but when you've got JJ Furno running at you...
Yeah, JJ Furno is getting tired of waiting for him. I mean, these matches do have a time limit. And, you know, I want to get out of the building before closing time because otherwise I end up paying more. So, you know, I appreciate JJ trying to speed this thing along.
And look, if you were to say, how's my knee doing, mate? How about I chase you down? That my knee will demonstrate as clear as day. It is good. It is ready to go.
Well, Nate Hunter's looking a bit frustrated now. He just dove at JJ Furno, and I think JJ Furno with that rolling snapmare, not seen that before. That was nice.
That was awesome.
Beautiful suplex, dropping him down hard, hooks the outside leg. The two. Very nice. And Nate Hunter, I think, that suplex almost shocked him back to his senses a little bit. And you can see Nate
Calling
Hunter now.
time.
Yeah, this is not boxing. There's no neutral corner. All corners are volatile as far as your opponent is concerned. Owie! That was blistering, which is appropriate because of the fire and everything, you know. Anyway, another blistering shot there. Dangerously close to the nipple this time as well.
You can see that reverberation across the midsection of Nate Hunter.
Oh, he's going for a run-up. Come on, JJ. I shouldn't approve of this, but and he misses. Nate Hunter, maybe JJ was having a bit too much fun, and now Nate Hunter, he's going for the leg. He's going for the leg, and he's going to use the steel pole.
The opportunity presented itself. Nate Hunter ran with it, slamming that injured knee of, that formerly injured knee of JJ Furno.
This is it. I mean, I received the doctor's note that says he is cleared to wrestle. Whether that knee is 80, 90, 100% clear, I'm not too sure. I just know that he's been out for over a year with that injury. It was a serious injury. And to see him back in this ring, and to see him in such great shape as well, in fairness. Oh, look at that! Oh, he just stomped down right on the top of the knee, like almost trying to dislocate the kneecap.
Look, I disagree with the tactics of Nate Hunter, but as you mentioned, the pressure is on. He needs to secure himself that win. That wins and losses matter. That loss at the last show, you need to do whatever it takes within the rules. As I said, Ref Sarge, not going to let you sneak your way out of this one.
I was just going to say, JJ sort of a bit hobbled now. You can see him trying to put a bit more weight on one of his legs, and in fairness, trying to hyperextend the kneecaps there. And look at Nate Hunter.
You can see that realization, that thought process coming through, that this is my opportunity, this is how you go. A win is a win. Cover, kick out at 2, or possibly even a 1.
A win is a win. And as you know, I am launching a Rising Star division. And you've got to believe the fastest Rising Star, Nate Hunter, would love to be a part of that. But you need wins to be in consideration for these things.
That single leg crab cranking at the soft tissue within the knee of Furno.
Let's break this down. The left arm hooked just under the knee, leaning back. At the same time, sitting down on the top of the leg. All that pressure, again, on the joint of the knee, almost trying to separate it, hyperextend it. And Nate Hunter, he got kicked off, but goes straight for it again. Single leg DDT. Davis Storm rolling in his grave right now. Inside joke, I'll explain.
Yeah, because I assume he's not dead. I'm pretty sure.
He's very much alive. He just hates the single leg DDT. So. Anyway, and as you can see now, he's got that ankle hook, and again all that pressure is on the knee. Look, let's give it to Nate Hunter, who came in with a strategy. He's had the horse blinders on. He's been gunning for that leg.
And we've seen those blinders have a negative effect as well. Anything that steps to the left or to the right of his plan is rocking him. It is shaking him.
I'm not sure JJ Furno thought this match was going to go this way, but at the end of the day, he's coming back from a leg injury. You can see him being a bit ginger of the leg. And we talked about it. Is this the psychological aspect? Is it a physical concern? I mean, obviously, when he gets to the back, he can put some ice on it, he can reevaluate, and hopefully there's no lasting damage. But whether it's physical, whether it's psychological, Nate Hunter has the plan, as we've talked about, and it's effective, because JJ Furno now, he's like 10 steps back in his contest.
But even then, as you mentioned, JJ Furno has been out for the better part of 12 months. He has not been around to see the fastest uprising star in Australian wrestling.
Well,
but he certainly knows how to clobber the crap out of him.
Well, I was going to say, Furno firing back right now, and he's like tapping the knee, trying to get the feeling back into it. There's the reversal from Nate Hunter. Well, look at that! The forearm smash. And it looks like JJ Furno is regaining some of that momentum. Yes, he keeps checking on the knee, but it seems to be holding up pretty well right now. And Nate Hunter just smashing his forearm right into that lower back. And Nate Hunter, just like that, back in control. And it's almost like he's feeding off of the negativity from the crowd. JJ Furno, corkscrew stunner off the second rope. Beautifully executed.
Didn't quite land at all. Looks as if there may be a little bit more damage that needed to be anticipated.
Well, you can see that JJ Furno desperately trying to get into the cover. It's almost like he had the adrenaline boost to hit that move, and then he was like recovering from the come down of the adrenaline whilst also being mindful of the knee.
Who wants me to finish it?
Oh, there you go.
Makes the call. Oh,
He's got to go for
very
the kill at
tender
some
on that
point.
knee.
Is now the time, and Nate Hunter begging off. JJ Furno now going for the double underhook face buster. But Nate Hunter able to get out of there. Grabs him around the neck. Looks like he might be going for a reverse D. Oh, look at that! Crossroads-like maneuver. Hooks the inside leg. Oh, what a kick out at two. And Nate Hunter cannot believe it. I think one thing he might have overlooked is he hooked the wrong leg. He didn't hook the injured leg.
Did spot that.
But in fairness, I'm not one to criticize, because when you're in the heat of the moment, to try and keep that in mind whilst I'm sitting here in a big comfy chair drinking a fresh beer, you know, it's a bit hypocritical.
Nate Hunter now just playing with his food. Clubbing blow to the shoulder.
JJ Furno is feeling that fire. He's like a phoenix rising up from the ashes. And JJ Furno is now saying, come on, take your shot. And Nate Hunter, as you said, the plan's not following. He's getting kerfuffled in that ring.
He came in with locked vision. We're seeing like that fear, that self-doubt right across the face of Hunter. But when you look across when he looked across the ring, I should say, he sees JJ Furno. That is a man of passion. That is a man of fire.
Both men have so much drive in this contest. Nate Hunter wants to erase the loss from his first match here in Oz Pro Wrestling. And look at him now going for his own double underhook, possibly to mock JJ Furno. But Furno launches Hunter off the ropes, ducks the clothesline off the ropes again. And
Spear! Springboard spear!
Beautiful! Oh, and a kick out there from Hunter. I thought he had it. Like a shot out of the dark. He came out like a cannon and wiped him out.
In no way would I have ever expected a springboard spear, especially after the treatment that JJ Furno's knee has experienced. Like, just an absolute credit to this professional man.
Look out to the crowd. He locks eyes with his friends and his family. And trying to go for a big stomp in the middle. But unfortunately for him, his knee felt it. Sweeps the leg down. And Hunter now trying to go for that single leg Boston Crab again. And he's got it locked in. Oh, that has to be it.
So you highlighted it earlier, the pain, the tension on the knee. But the lower back itself also getting pulled and contorted.
Oh, look at this. JJ Furno trying to drag himself to the ring, and thankfully for him, he's a long lad. He's got long arms, and Nate Hunter just trying to get that last bit of damage out of the knee.
Taking full advantage of that 5 count. Ref Sarge checking in on Furno.
What's it? Whoa, what's this?
Hang on.
What is he doing? I think he might be trying to load his arm with that metal plate. Or if he has, this could be a 1 knockout kill. No, JJ now. There it is, double underhook. The pedigree, the double face buster. But he landed on his knee. He's got to fight through the pain and get that cover. Come on.
Nate Hunter somewhere else.
Has he got it? He's got it.
There is your winner, JJ Furno!
Now, obviously, there's 2 stories coming out of this. Firstly, commiserations to Nate Hunter, looking to erase that loss, but now finds himself 0-2 in his career here in Oz Pro. But the real story, JJ Furno, a man who fought and trained back from such a serious injury in front of his friends, his family, his peers, with a huge first victory here back in Victoria. What a win for JJ Furno.
An incredible moment. We're seeing the moments right now. Here it is, that pedigree blows out the face of Nate Hunter. 1, 2, 3. JJ Furno secures his victory. As he mentioned, in front of his friends, his family, his peers, and to the lovely people at home. Once again, thanks to the incredible team over at Time to Train Asperger's training program. Be sure to let us know what you think of JJ Furno's performance using the hashtag OzBrassRing.
Oz Pro Wrestling reaching the brass ring. The most highly anticipated main event takes place. Myself, Tessa Armstrong, versus the OPW Women's Champion, Erica Reed. Erica, I grew up watching you. You're one of the reasons I started professional wrestling. And I've continued to watch you from afar. I'm not gonna lie, Erica, you're probably the greatest wrestler in Melbourne. You've held multiple championships. But what I don't think you realize, Erica, is that where I'm from, I'm the greatest wrestler. I'm the queen of Queensland wrestling. I've held a championship myself. And March 2nd, at the Central Ringwood Community Centre, it's you and I, the best versus the best. And I promise you, Erica, I'm coming home with your OPW Women's Championship. See you then.
It is time for your Oz Pro Wrestling Reaching the Brass Ring main event. This match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the OPW Women's Championship. Introducing the competitors.
Now, Ryan, you heard it in the hype package. Best versus the best. With Erica Reed, the Voodoo Dreamtime Witch, holding the OPW Women's Championship. She's arguably the best that Victoria has to offer. Obviously, Aisha had something to say about that. But this isn't about Aisha. This is about Erica Reed defending the championship against this woman here, the queen of Queensland's wrestling, Tessa Armstrong. When I launched Oz Pro Wrestling, I'm sure you can imagine I had lots of old contacts flooding me with recommendations of who we should bring in from both Victoria and from other states. And one name that kept coming up was Tessa Armstrong. And when I announced that Tessa Armstrong was going to be on this show, Cam Vale from OPW rang me up and went, Andrew, I want my OPW Women's Championship to be defended on your show against this competitor. And here we are. It has all fallen so very neatly into place in such a massive main event. The OPW Women's Championship will be defended by the Voodoo Dreamtime Witch Erica Reed, is about to come out against Tessa Armstrong.
This is bigger than woman versus woman. This is state versus state. The best versus the best. Your OPW Women's Champion, Erica Reed. And it says a lot about the quality of both the competitors in this ring for you to receive that call, Andy, that says, no. If Tess is in that ring, this has to happen.
Absolutely. And what a presence Erica Reed is for Australian wrestling. And I've said this to many people in private, and I'll say it in public. I think Erica Reed is in many ways one of the most important wrestlers in Australia today, representing not only Australia, but of course her roots, her Aboriginal being itself. She draws strength from the land, draws strength from the people. She is representing so much more than just herself. And the competitor she has grown into being.
This match is a singles match for the OPW Women's Championship. Introducing first the challenger to my left, from Brisbane, Queensland.
I can introduce myself. I don't even know your name, so get out of my way. I am the Queen of Queensland Wrestling, Tessa Armstrong. By the end of tonight, that OPW Women's Championship is coming home with me.
She has come so far. I remember first meeting her when she was selling merch at a table at an MCW show almost 10 years ago. I remember when she had her first match when she was practically bludgeoned into defeat by Kellyanne. But since then, she has continued to grow. She has continued to improve! And oh my God, Tessa Armstrong, sportsmanship be damned, going straight for Erica Reed. And it'll certainly be interesting to see how Erica Reed can handle an opponent the size and strength of Tessa Armstrong, and unlike many competitors her size, can really move in that ring as well. Erica Reed trying to keep her at bay with those arm drops, and Tessa Armstrong just keeps getting up, and look at this, the raw power, the strength, lodges her hard into the corner and tries to follow through, and Erica Reed just playing cat and mouse right now and hanging on to dear life with that arm bar to keep the control of this contest.
Now, we mentioned a moment ago, Tessa Armstrong claims herself the queen of Queensland professional wrestling. Now, recently I myself was in Brisbane for another wrestling show. I was unable to see Tessa in her zone, with her skill set. I'm grateful to see it now.
Cover, hooks the outside leg, but Tessa with a strong kick out.
But I was able to see Erica Reed take on Kyla Knight in one of the first ever all-female Indigenous matches here in this country as part of Tamashi. It was an absolute pleasure and an honour to see two of our Indigenous people, our First Nations folk, represent not just themselves but their people in an incredible moment.
Oh, Hurricanrana! Tessa Armstrong trying to speed up the contest, and the smaller, lighter opponent, Erica Reed, able to take back momentum. Oh, hooks that outside leg, goes for the cover, but a kick out.
And we're seeing that same level of intensity that I saw in Queensland here in the central Ringwood Community Centre.
Good.
Oh, make sure we go to the right one. Erica.
And look at this. This is the power. The strength I was talking about. Tessa Armstrong. Not many like her. Yes, we have had big, heavy brawlers before, but this one could move. And look at that. Big, powerful spine buster. Folds her up in half, and Erica Reed was really only able to kick out with one leg. And actually, I think she might have strained herself just from that kick out due to the weight of Tessa Armstrong.
Tessa folding Erica almost like a lawn chair, and you're just like crunching her. I'm genuinely impressed with Shabba to even get out of that with just that 1 foot, one kick.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I think it was something you were trying to get to earlier. Tessa Armstrong herself has been a champion, holding the UPW Women's Championship, arguably the top title over in Queensland. So she has a very legitimate claim saying, I'm the best in my state, you're the best in your state, I'm going to pound the living bejesus out of you, and I will become the greatest interstate female wrestler of all time.
Well, it's not even just that, it's the oceanic pro wrestler. You are bigger than your state, you are bigger than your country. This is a whole region of the planet. There is a lot at stake between both these individuals. Tess with the upper hand, picks up Reed.
Big body slam.
Drops into that spot. Oh, that was a snap elbow drop.
Anyway,
cover.
Goes to the cover, the two.
Kick out of two again.
Now, whilst we've got a quick break in the match, I'd like to say a massive thank you for Time to Train Asperger's training program, who have sponsored this show as a whole, and thanks to them we can show you this show and this match for free on YouTube. Gentlemen, thank you very much for supporting us. We greatly appreciate your investment in Australian wrestling here in Ringwood. Off the ropes, and oh no, she might be going for that world's strongest slam, which she's used to great effect in the past. She might have it. That's a two, and she has used that move to successfully retain the UPW Women's Championship on a number of occasions. And possibly she hit the move too early in the contest, as the frustration was clearly etched in her face then when Erica Reed kicked out.
It's certainly possible that it might be a little too early in the match, but you're seeing it in the speed, in the focus which is coming out of Tessa. She doesn't just want to win, she wants to win now.
By the way, it is worth noting, because obviously I get to see who buys tickets, I know that about 20 people used Tessa Armstrong's discount code to get to this show. She has 20 members of her family and her friends who have flown over from Queensland to watch her become champion tonight. And you got to believe that weighs on her mind. That's going to feed her. Is it going to feed her in a positive manner, or is it going to distract her from the ultimate game of becoming the OPW Women's Champion?
You want to talk about distractions? All I'm hearing is Erica Reid chant. She may have flown people in, but we're in the home state of Erica Reid. These are her people. This is her place.
Absolutely.
Snapmare.
And there's the snapmare down there and drives the knee. And there we go. The bow and arrow stretch. Got the point of the knee right between the shoulder blades and pulling back. The pressure that puts on your shoulders, and it makes you a less effective grappler effectively. Trying to lock holds, trying to hit strikes when you've got that kind of pressure. But Erica Reid able to fight out of it quickly.
It only focuses on the upper half, that lower half of Erica, the strength of her legs. Was able to get her upright for a moment.
Oh, this is it. This is the power and the strength. The two.
What?
Tessa Armstrong now seems way more focused, putting her full weight on top of Erica and then applying that reverse chin lock, just trying to squeeze the very life, the very air, the very essence right out of Erica Reid. Fans now clapping in support of Erica Reid, who's firing those shots right into the midsection, fighting out of it, off the ropes, and Tessa Armstrong booting down Erica Reid.
That momentum off the ropes, Erica had no choice but to run directly into that boot. It's that risk and reward that you face every time you step in this ring, Andy.
Drops the leg right across Erica, and she got folded up. Armstrong with the hook of the leg. Okay, Tessa Armstrong needs to try and come back from the brink a little bit. She needs to just try and cool her mojo a little. You can see that frustration starting to seep in, and it's something we've seen from many of the competitors here today. That change of mood can really be do or die when it comes to your success in the ring. But right now, Tessa's all smiles because she's whipping her literally corner to post.
Erica struggling. Tessa's not helping, though.
I was going to say, it's not often that I've seen.
It's not often you see Erica struggle.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in her later years as a competitor. And look at this, Tessa Armstrong has slowed the pace down. She is stalking Erica Reid. It's almost like she's trying to sap the last moments of hope away from her. When every time she comes back up, she just smacks her back down again.
Pushing deep into the larynx, the throat of Erica in the corner.
Armstrong, such a bully, such a bull in that ring, and she knows it. And she knows exactly what her strengths are.
The speed at which Erica hits that corner just drops, not even able to get enough time to cover her face as she just eats a whole bunch of mat.
Launched into the corner, Erica Reid managing to put the brakes on. Tessa follows through, but eats the back elbow. Tessa Armstrong now, just wiped her out, practically taking her head off with that standing clothesline.
An effortless standing clothesline, just the strength of Tessa. She goes for that pin once again.
Goes for a very casual pin. I don't mean that in an offensive way. She looked comfortable, she looked poised, but unfortunately a kick out from Reid. And the champion is still strong.
Absolutely, compared to some of the pins we've already seen in this match alone, that was a bit more, I think casual is probably the best word, a bit lackadaisical.
Well, it was interesting watching her eyes just then. She was clearly getting frustrated with the claps, but then I swear, she looked towards her family who have flown in especially to watch this match to try and get the strength again. And oh my God, misses the elbow, now misses the leg drop. And that's a lot of weight dropping down on the base of her spine.
Tessa's just going to the well a little too many times here in this match.
Tessa hitting the corner hard. Follows through again, and another back elbow from Erica Reid. Erica Reid almost desperately just trying to keep her at bay so she can just get a moment to herself.
The boot slightly stuns Tessa, not enough to knock her back.
Daring Armstrong hits her with the right arm, and now we're getting into a slugfest. And surprisingly, it's Erica Reid. Eat defeat! And Tessa Armstrong almost pulled off stunner!
Stunner, I should say. Damn, too excited.
And Tessa barely holding herself up in the corner now, and Erica Reed knows that she's got the moment. Hits a stinger splash. And she's holding her back, but otherwise she's looking very strong right now as Erica Reed. Follows through with the face rake kick. And tries to pull her back into the middle of the ring. Hooks the leg, sitting on her full weight. And a kick out there from Armstrong. And now it's Erica Reed who's looking frustrated.
If I was Erica Reed, I'd be wondering, what do I have to do? What do I need to pull? As you mentioned, Tessa coming to the back. That's those same pocket of tricks, those same maneuvers that have thankfully have secured her win so many times before. But what does Erica have up her sleeve? What can bring that victory to her?
Oh, snap suplex. Managing to lunge the weight of Tessa Armstrong over the top of her, but still a strong kick out.
That's in more of a kick out of necessity rather than desire. Gets her in a power bomb
oh
position.
My goodness, this will be impressive. But no, Armstrong picks her up into the fireman's carry. Drops her down hard, wastelands. Goes for the cover, 2, and able to kick out. That was a big power move from Tessa Armstrong. And Erica Reed still able to draw on the strength of the crowd here tonight to kick out of it.
That was probably one of the closest threes we've seen this evening. Sorry, closest 2 threes, I should say.
I was going to say. Erica Reed down the back, goes for the cover. 2, but she got it! There it is! Erica Reed has won the main event!
That moment, so close to that 3, took her out of the game for just a split second.
Look at that wasteland. I honestly thought that Tessa Armstrong had it there, hooking the outside leg. It's a good cover, but Erica Reed was able to get her hands on her face and push her up, and here it is. And, I keep going, 3 seconds. It's only 3 seconds. But I think the inevitability of this contest was that both competitors were bringing their very best. And inevitably, they were expending a lot of energy. They were absorbing a lot of punishment. And ultimately, someone was finally going to stay down for that 3 count. And Tessa Armstrong, so close tonight, was so proud, showing respect to the Queen. Oh, goodness! There's me talking about respect to the Queen. Tessa Armstrong is furious. This was clearly not on her vision board this morning. And here's Aisha. Aisha, who made a promise that she is the best in this state, keeping her eye on both of these competitors, because she also wants to be in the discussion of who is the best in all of Australia. And often this is what it boils down to. Oh, God, Aisha! Bloody hell! Look at her now, firing those shots in the midsection. Sorry, the midsection, the head. At the end of the day, this is what it always boils down to. Erica Reed and Aisha, who's truly the best in Victoria. And unfortunately, first class DDT. And it looks like I managed to have, good person Aisha for maybe an hour, and now she's thrown it all away, and that's all it is about for her, the spoils.
When you are sitting at the top of the mountain, you have a target on you. There's no other way to say it. And Aisha has lined that target fair and square on Erica Reed. Now, I know you're the man with the plan. I have a feeling this is not the last we're going to see of these two.
I've got to go and speak to my representatives. I have got to go speak to the various competitors in this very tense triad of sort of antagonism. But look, at the end of the day, we've got to wrap this up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This has been Oz Pro Wrestling, reaching the brass ring.
And of course, big thank you to the team over Time to Train, Asperger's training program, for sponsoring this show, allowing us to share it all with you at home through our YouTube channel. As said, be sure to let us know what you've thought of the show here tonight using the hashtag OzBrassRing. But let's give Erica a moment. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. I'm Lord Andy Coyne.
I'm Ryan Betson.
Thank you, and good night.